turn off those beeps. All right. Cool. Well, let's get started, everybody. It's Matt Morrow and another Sunday, and just want to give a shout-out to everybody who's on this call. I'm looking at the dashboard. It was kind of funny. I caught a friend of mine who's in another company listening in on the call to learn from the master. So, hey, George. Let's see here. What's going on, people? Well, I'm going to announce a bonus here in a second, but I'm going to talk about something else first. I had one of those calls this morning that just really got my blood flowing. I was on the phone with a young man named James Neal out of Weatherford, Texas, and he put me on the phone with a friend of his in Sweden. And it was actually an Uhu call. I don't know, I think it was a Skype call, but one of those video type calls. And the kid in Sweden is about 20 years old, and these guys are gamers. That's how they met, playing online games. I don't know what it was, some kind of PC games he was saying. And there's millions and millions and millions of people that play these online games around the world, and it just got me really excited to think about all these people just making that one subtle little shift to, instead of drinking other energy drinks and other coffee and iced tea and so forth, just switching over to this. And you see all these gamers. Someone who's on a speaker line is not being muted. If you're on a speaker line, can you go ahead and mute your call or your phone? And, it's like, just think about it. It's all these people, they're playing games, they're always looking at each other, chatting with each other, talking trash and so forth, and they're doing, they're interacting and they're networking around the entire world. And so I'm really hoping that turns into a massive group out of Sweden and out of Texas today. And that's kind of what my vision is. Every time I get on a call with someone, I like to envision the best happening. And I don't know, that could possibly be why that always ends up happening for me. So it's good to, like Cliff says, see the best in people and anticipate the best and expect the best, and if the best doesn't happen, then don't let it knock you off track. But another thought, that kind of got spurred when I was talking to the video gaming guys. It's like, really, if you look at it like Vima is a game and have fun with it, and the object of the game is to get two people to start drinking our products. And repeat that 12 times. And as you go up the list, it's like on video games, you go to you advance to new levels, and the kids are always trying to get to that next level and beat that next level. We have that same basic process. It's called bronze, silver, gold, diamond, platinum, star platinum, executive, all the way up, all the way up the list. You get up to Royal Ambassador, you're making at least $50,000 a month plus, and that's your objective, and just to beat that game and to get it going. And your remote control for this Vima game is your iPhone or your Android. And, what you got to do is, if you want to play the game, you got to send out an outbound text, and you got to send someone a YouTube video. And, what happens, just like in video games, there's an opponent, the opposition and the things that come at you that you have to learn how to defeat in order to get to the next level are these things called, challenges or objections. For example, what are the objections? There's only a handful, and you just become a Jedi ninja warrior at handling, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, it's a scam, I need to think about it. There's a few little simple things that you just need to learn how to handle. And again, what's great about playing this Vima game is you don't have to really handle those. If you expose someone and you get a conversation going, you can always just plug them in and have someone who's really better at playing the game handle that for you. Do a three-way call with the upline and so forth. So that is what I want you guys to do, is start really playing the game and advance to the next level and have fun with it. It is not that difficult. The objective of the game, get two people to switch from drinking Red Bull to drinking Vima. And for, anyone, I mean, it's just like, it's such a no-brainer. I've been looking at people this week. Anyone who doesn't join, I just look at them and I'm like, what is it that you're confused about? What didn't you understand? It just boggles the mind, and it's getting to the point where most people are joining. So with that, I want to talk about a little bonus that I'm putting together. This is going to be for, I was going to do it, not going to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way for the entire downline. So if you're on my team and you're on this call, then you're part of this. You're part of this bonus. And what it is going to be a weekly bonus for a to be determined amount of time, as long as people are participating and it's working. But I'm going to put out about $500 a week, and I'm going to give it to the top 3 enrollers. So you have to enroll at least 3 people, but it doesn't have to be a 2-pack. I'm not even too terribly concerned. I mean, I've been enrolling a lot of people on 1-packs, and a lot of the young people, my son and stuff, have been enrolling a lot of people on 1-packs of Remix. So it doesn't matter as long as it's a new enrollment and they buy a product. Okay, you have to have at least 3 of them to be eligible. But the top enroller every week is going to get $250. And the number 2 enroller is going to get $150, and the number 3 is going to get an extra $100. So it's only going to be people who submit those names to me. So you guys email me, or I prefer email mattmorrow@mac.com. So every Friday, you send me your enrollment. Say, hey, I enrolled 3 people, I enrolled 4 people, I enrolled 5 people, whatever it is, and only the people who send me their list of new enrollments will be eligible. So I have a feeling, someone could probably win it with 3 or 4 or 5 enrollments. We'll see what happens this first week, but from now through Thursday, any new enrollments this week on Friday, let me know, and pick up your share of that cash. So that's the new bonus that's out there, and $250 on the table for the top enroller of the week. Just be sure to email me on Friday and let me know how many people you enrolled. It has to be at least 3. All they have to do is order at least a 1 case. It doesn't matter what product, and they're a new enrollment. And hopefully that'll spur some action and put some extra cash in the pockets of those of you that are making things happen. So it's like a frenzy bonus almost without it having to be a 2-case or a affiliate pack. Now, next, I want to have you guys hear from my good mate Ross. We're over here shooting some videos. We just shot a new video blog today. I kind of did a video blog on that video game analogy. Appreciate his help all the time. We're working on another big blockbuster movie as well over here for Vima Movie, and so Ross and I were kicking some ideas around right before the call, and he's been doing something that's been working, and I wanted him to share it with you. So Ross, if you want to go ahead and unmute the line and tell them what you've been up to, what we talked about a little bit earlier.
Hey, Matt, can you hear me?
I can.
Excellent. How are you doing?
Oh, very well, mate.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for having me on the call. Amazing week in convention. Of course, I would say this, but my personal highlight was none other than Shake Morrow. I thought they saved the best for last. That was my feeling, but hopefully you guys felt the same. So this week, I think I've finally discovered the power of the switch that Vima has made from like traditional network marketing into, I think BK calls it customer acquisition or affiliate marketing, one of those 2 things. So I've really found the power, because the objection that I would continually come up against, and I'm sure you guys have shared this experience, is either I don't have the money right now, or hey, I like it, but I forgot my credit card. People always get weirded out at that point. I'm like, oh, geez. And then the final one is I'm waiting to get paid. Let me do it on payday. So those 3 things, I think, were the biggest stepping stone in my business that I was finding it really difficult to get over, because where do you go from there? Well, now I know. So what specifically do those objections mean? I think that they mean, hey, I like the concept, the products kind of make sense, but I'm not sure if I want to invest my money in it right now. That's essentially what it all comes down to. And that comes from a lack of belief either in the company or the model or you as a person. So what I've figured out with these switches is just unbelievably powerful to get people into the business. Now, I'll explain exactly what I've been doing. First and foremost, as usual, I've been sitting down with people and talking them through it. Now, this has come up a couple of times. It almost feels like everyone is broke. And it's like, well, hey, that's exactly why you should do this. That would be my usual thing to say, but it doesn't start, hey, I don't have $100 extra in my account every single month. And it's like, wow, that's where we're at. So what do we do in that situation? Well, now with the new model, there is no excuse. If a person likes the model, they need to get in the system right then and there. So I wanted to give you guys a little step-by-step walkthrough on exactly how that happens, and more importantly, what it does for that person when they see themselves in the system. This is my experience just from literally this week. So I've not been going to a meeting this week, and the person, even if they haven't got the money ready, they're in the system and they're ready to go. So let me explain exactly what I've been up to. First and foremost, there's a lack of pressure within the meeting. one-on-one with somebody, whatever it is, you're not looking for that credit card at that point. It's an option. Of course, I would always encourage people, hey, listen, I think the best way to do this is to place an order, but no pressure. Most important thing is you get my vision on where this is going and we get you in the system. So exactly how it happens is this. If you get those three objections, you can log into your back office, hit the genealogy button, and scroll down to wherever you want the new affiliate customer to be, okay? At that point, all you need to do is hit sign up a new customer. And this will take them to the usual place where normally you would have been taken to the shop. Now, basically, it's just a form where you create a username, you create a password. That's exactly how it happens. You pass the laptop over to that person. They do not have to get their credit card out to do this. If they see your vision, if they like the company, but they can't afford it, this is exactly what we need to do. Once that person has put in their username, the password, et cetera, they'll get two options. It'll say, congratulations, basically, you're now a part of the Vima system. Would you like to place an order, or would you like to log into the back office? So if you haven't seen this screen yet, I would really suggest getting somebody into the system, regardless of their credit card, because as we know, that's the biggest objection. Place order or log in. Encourage them to log in, because we know that they haven't got the money yet to place their order. So let's log them into the system. So now they're in their back office. They still haven't pulled their credit card out. That's fine. What they can do from here is incredible. They can manage their website. They can put up their profile picture. They can, talk about whatever they want on their website, whatever it is. And just seeing themselves on a website, and having their own personal domain name completely for free, that is hugely important in terms of building belief for that person. They see, hey, this is real. There's actually something there for me to be set up for success within this business. So also, of course, what it does for that new customer, even though they haven't pulled out their credit card, they've locked in a spot within the Vima system. So there's also that whole psychology of the fear of loss. It's like, well, hey, listen, I have another meeting tomorrow. This guy may place an order. Why don't we get you in the system right now? So they've set up their website. They saved their spot. They can download their app where they can see, hey, look, I can log in. This is my business as it stands. I still haven't, look how much I've received from Vima at this point, and I still haven't put my credit card in. So it's absolutely massive. And then for me, most importantly, this person, without putting their credit card details in, is ready to go to work. They have a business set up. If they want, and of course, yeah, it's not generated any volume for our business yet, but they can start to generate volume. Now, it may be more difficult without product, of course it is, but the belief that they will have generated through this process will be huge in terms of them. They can now duplicate. They can, if they want, they can get 4 customers and get a case of free products and be fully qualified for the bonus. I mean, honestly, this is such a no-brainer. No meeting should ever be concluded. If the person likes the concept and sees your vision, they should be in the system then and there. And there is no pressure on you pulling out your laptop and making them go through this process, because they don't have to pay for it. You have an app, a website, everything. The only thing you're missing is product. So all they need to do to get product at that point is they log into their back office and they hit place order. That's all that they can do. So once they place their order, that's when you generate the volume. But I'm telling you, placing an order will be way easier once they've had this full experience of, look how much Vima is doing for me. So with that said, I hope you followed me. I hope you understood. Matt, I just think this is working wonders. I see the power of what BK has been doing, the lack of pressure it creates in meetings. I'm hugely behind this as a concept, and I'll hand the call back over to you if that's okay.
Very good, Ross. Well, we have a very difficult time understanding you with that thick accent, but I think we got the gist of it. And yeah, it is great. It's working wonders, and getting people in, and it just gets them into the system. And it's almost like we used to do with Vima Builder. I'm noticing some people get their spot, and then they see some people coming in underneath them and log into their genealogy, and they can see that, and they're like, holy mackerel, I got to do this thing. So good stuff. Just another food for thought, because it is a free affiliate sign up now. It truly is a free affiliate model. So thank you for that, Ross. And before I go to our next speaker, I wanted to say I saw someone who's on the line who I'm super stoked about. Neat how I can see this little moderator console and see who all is logging into the call. But I wanted to give a shout out to Sean Brandt out in Kansas City, because Sean he saw the Verve chopper in my office over convention, and they came to my house for the party, and we got to talking, and we cut a deal, and he's now the going to be the new owner of the white Verve chopper. So very cool. That bike's going to be on the road. Somebody who actually will ride it. And that's going to be really cool. So congrats. That goes out to Sean. And watch out, the streets of Kansas City. The Verve chopper is going to be rolling down the road real soon out there. Now, next I want you to hear from my dear friend and ambassador in the company. She's just really just taken her business up a notch as of recent, had a huge group at convention, had some thoughts to share on the call, and I want to introduce you to the lovely and talented Diane Hayes. Diane, are you there?
I am. Thank you, Matt. I have on my Lauren Bacall voice tonight. For those of you who remember who Lauren Bacall is, this is my sexy Lauren Bacall voice, those of you who are old enough. First of all, I'm very excited about what Ross was just talking about, and I wanted to add on to that Jarvis Johnson, who's a new affiliate as of 2 months ago in our organization, he's brought in 12 affiliates in that last 6-week period, and 11 of them have been on affiliate packs. And what he found was some other people he was dealing with who were customers who perhaps didn't have the money at the time, same thing Ross about, he's doing the same thing with them and setting up initially 2 home meetings with those particular people, or setting them up with an upline person to do a call, a 3-way, an UVU, whatever. So he's telling them, we're going to be able to get to your product right away by bringing in other customers underneath you. Let's get you set up to win like that. And he goes through that whole thing, Ross, you were just speaking about showing them the back office, showing them that they're already in business. And then, Matt, what you were saying about the Vima Builder system, then you could start to show them people coming in under them. And really quickly, the credibility has gone up. And with a couple of customers, they're getting their products for free. They're making some money. And now with this very generous bonus you're doing, if you think about it right now, because of the generosity, once again, of our unbelievable Royal Ambassador leader, Matt Morrow, not only can they double Frenzy or Frenzy, they have this additional bonus right now coming right out of convention when people are on fire. So I always have to say this about Matt. I would not be here if it were not for him. He's my personal enroller. If I had heard it any other way coming in, and really for the first 5 years coming in, I would not be here. Therefore, none of the people under me would be here. So just even what you're talking about with this gaming idea, it's just brilliant. That's exactly what it is. And you're constantly searching for new ways to inspire us and be able to communicate this message. I know that that's Matt's full intention. We talk about this all the time. I know there's just like a key phrase, there's a key something, a video or something. It's going to be the key where people actually get this. And we're coming closer and closer to it all the time. A couple other people, if I may, do want to do a shout-out to, is Lee Ewell, who's enrolled 25 people in the last 5 weeks. He's on fire. This was before convention. And then Kevin Vinyasa, who's David Treat and I are going to Oregon State this weekend, and we're going to meet with his team. And Mike Immer for the brilliant redesign of the APM system, and he's just a genius on that. And Team Norway had 11 people coming from Norway. Norway situation, they had 2 months where the product was stopped at the border. They couldn't even get their product. And they have no fast start, and they still enroll people on affiliate packs. They're just brilliant. 11 people came. They didn't, even though they had a little bit of trouble for those, a lot of trouble for those 2 months, they're still on fire and putting people in, with 11 people at the convention. And then another shout-out to Ben Pentacasio, 30 people from his team were at the convention. And what we've done coming off of the convention is meet with the team leaders, and this is what's working on the team, meeting with the team leaders and having them look at their organization and everyone underneath them and supporting them to get to their next rank, whatever it is. If they're not at gold yet, get your butt to gold. If you're gold to diamond's your next goal. And then diamond and above, we're talking about presenting and learning those skills. So my team's on fire. Matt, I can't thank you enough. We're on our way to Asia to do a little world tour over there. and plan to make some big impact with the Malaysian team, Jakarta, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, that whole Asia community. So I used to live over there. I'm just stoked about going back there and shaking some stuff up.
Well, very cool. I hope your voice heals. You've been talking to too many people there. But that's a good problem to have, and I like the Lauren Bacall voice. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to Asia, and it's just great to hear so many people on your team doing well, Diane. And thanks for being on the call. And those of you that have people in Asia, we're going to be on the 24th of May. We're going to be doing an event in Kuala Lumpur, and then on the 31st we're doing an event in Jakarta, Indonesia, and then in those 5 days in between we're going to Bali. Of course, that will be all work. But I guess there's people in Bali too. So, like Diane has some friends there, and it seems like a lot of people have been to Bali or know people in Bali. I put up a Facebook post because I don't really know anything about it, and a lot of people have commented. So hopefully I'll be able to help some of you guys get your business started in Indonesia. You realize there's 250 million people in Indonesia alone. Diane and I have over 14,000 people that have come into the system in Malaysia alone. So it's a pretty massive world out there. There's lots of abundance. And let's, I can't wait to put some bonuses in your guys' pockets. I think that's about it. Just keep on the gas coming out of convention. Just get as many, go get 3 or more people enrolled by Thursday, even if it's on a one case, and have a shot at some of that bonus money. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, everybody. We had a big call tonight. Appreciate it. Hope you guys picked up some nuggets, and I will talk to you next Sunday. Goodbye for now.